Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode of Monster Sanctuary. So, last time we made it to the underworld, and gotta fix this. Whew! Excuse me. Had to sneeze. Last time we were in the underworld, and we got a little stuck. So this time we're gonna try and figure out how to move forward. Just 1 second. I gotta move my... There you go. Had to move my mic slightly. Ever so slightly. Oh, no. Come on. Stay in place. That should work. That should work fine. Alright. We can't go forward that way. So, what's new with everybody watching? I hope everybody watching has been doing alright. I feel like another wave of the virus is going around. I know a few relatives of mine and a few friends of mine recently have come down with COVID. So, stay safe, everybody. Thankfully, your boy has not gotten sick. But you never know. And that's why you take precautions. No, okay. Okay, that's blocking that. I'm not interested in fighting anything right now. Come on. Okay. So that closes off that. It's all fine and good. Problem is I need to make it through here, across here, and I don't think I can. Yeah, no, definitely not. I don't know what this is. Okay. That lets me up. That's still like that. So it's not something down here. I think I have to make it up there, which means I gotta find a way to open up this other area. Let's try going down here and see. I feel like the answer is really obvious, I'm just really stupid. Okay, let's see. No, it opened up one over here, so... Okay, that's open. That's still not open, though. Let's try the other lever. Okay. So far, so good. Okay, good. Okay, now let's try closing this. And now let's try going back up and around. And hopefully that's the answer, because I'm running out of ideas here. Yes, it is. Okay, good. We'll go left first. Alright, we've already been here. I'm dumb. I am the big dumb. Okay, that opens that up. Alright, let's go left. And... oh, cutscene. Looks like it's Leonard. Why is he just sulking around here? Oh, it's you. I didn't notice you there. I suppose I was lost in thought. You probably already noticed that my most loyal companion, my spectral lion, is gone. I fought against one of the alchemists, and it gave me a lot to digest. We are sorry for your loss, Leonard. The same thing happened to Will. But that's not everything. You see, I believe I recognize that alchemist. He wore a grinning mask and called himself Chimes, but that's not his real name. I believe that his real name is Richard, my older brother who went missing a few years ago. What? That must have been quite a shock. During the fight, I wasn't sure of it yet. There was something deeply unsettling about him, but I only realized it after the fact. You see, since he was older than me, Richard was always destined to have the spectral lion. He hatched his first monster from a very early age, and he quickly became known as a very smart and talented monster keeper. He was considered a genius who could possibly rise to the rank of Keeper Master. However, those closest to him knew that there was a dark side to him as well. He was overambitious, always ready to sacrifice his own monsters if it meant he could capture a champion monster and advance his esteem. Our family feared that it was too risky to pass the spectral familiar onto him, that it could corrupt him even more. However, it didn't help him either when they chose me to be the spectral keeper instead. He ran off and nobody heard from him since. I always took pride in the fact that I was chosen over him to be the spectral keeper, but deep down I knew it was only thanks to happenstance. Losing to him confirmed it for me. So it seems like Richard joined the alchemists because they offered him that which he was denied. Just like how the alchemists want to regain that which they believe they deserve to have, a place in the old world. When they don't get what they want, they resort to trickery and underhanded schemes. Is that really the legacy that they want to leave on this world? Razes showed us that they could be better than that. Anyway, we should be careful with Richard, or as he calls himself, Chimes. He has stolen 2 spectral familiars so far. That is true. More than anything, this has shown me just how serious this situation is. Yo, what's up, Andy? How's it going? Richard didn't just steal my familiar for his own personal reasons. There must be more to it. When he defeated me, he said something about how their leader Marduk would be so pleased with him. We gathered as much too. The entire sanctuary is tied to our power, so it's quite troubling that they are targeting us. That's why we have to do all in our power to stop them. Mind you, just because I lost to my brother doesn't mean I'm giving up. I still have plenty of strong monsters to form a powerful team. I'll get stronger and prove that I deserve to be a spectral keeper. Looks like you didn't lose your resolve. That's great, Leonard. For now, you may take the lead. I will stay here a little longer. Huh, I kind of feel bad for him now. He's probably just overcompensating. Since he felt so unworthy or whatever. Going fine. Gotta play some more Arceus tonight. Alright. Dude, I've played so much Arceus, dude. It's not even funny. I've played so much I've put like 30-something hours into it already. There we go. I only just today got to the 3rd area of the game because I'm just like grinding away. I'm just grinding away at all the different stuff. Filling out the decks and all that. How do you feel about it so far, Andy? Wait, I didn't choose a team. I'm stupid. So yeah, how do you feel about Arceus so far, Andy? You liking it, or it's enjoying it so far? Gameplay is good. World design is severely lacking. Hey, Burke, how's it going, man? We were just talking about Legends Arceus. I feel like the world design is okay. I just think that graphically it needs a lot of work. Graphically, it could be played on an original DS. True. Oh, have you been playing it too, Burke? I haven't heard you talk about it at all, so I didn't know if you had started it yet or not. No, leaves chat. Honestly, I'm having a lot of fun with it right now. I'm not gonna lie. Like, as somebody who's been a big, like, Doom naysayer against Game Freak the past 5 to 7 years or so, honestly, it's pretty good so far. I have complaints, but, like, I'm enjoying it more. I have more praise than complaints at this point, which is something I haven't been able to say since Gen 7 released in 2014. Can't believe there's a scalper's market for it? Really? Órale. Guess that in regards to world design, it's so basic and empty, even though it's in surplus, some people are trying to sell it for 120. That's ridiculous. Sad part is, I'm sure they'll succeed. Playing Far Cry 2 from 2008. Just spent the whole stream gushing about how the world design in that game is amazing and detailed. Look, I mean, I'm not gonna sit here and say, like, it's the greatest thing ever, but, like, it's, like, a huge leap in quality from anything they've done at this, up till now. Like, it's leaps and bounds better than Sword and Shield. Sword and Shield's, wild area. By far. It's not even close. And I get, obviously, like, you know, that's not, like, you know, in comparison to other games, sure. That may not mean much, but I'm looking at it from the frame of comparing it to other Pokemon games. I'm not expecting... I mean, like, considering I was literally expecting bottom-of-the-barrel garbage, I'm surprised. The content of the game itself is very... I mean, I'm having a blast, honestly. Like, I have spent so much time just walking around the world, catching Pokemon, like, tons and tons and tons of Pokemon, and grinding up my, like, different Pokemon to, like, max out the Pokedex entries. Like, it's... And, like, the lore and the lore and the story content itself is actually really good in my opinion. The side missions are all fun, and there are tons of like little details, like how the Pokemon interact with you, the player, or the world. I don't know. I just think it has a lot more genuine effort put into it than I feel like Pokemon has had in a very long time. And that's you know what? It's a step in the right direction, even if it's not perfect. Probably will succeed because of lack of effort. Don't know. Super apprehensive to play it. Fun as the world is, it's just not encouraging. Not sure what you mean by encouraging. I don't know. Look, maybe it's because I have OCD, but just seeing the checkboxes on like Pokedex entries slowly go up and then get checked off, that alone is satisfying as hell. Like, it doesn't feel fun to explore and exist in. Really? Honestly, I'm having a great... Honestly, I'm having a great time. I think it could use a lot of improvement, but... So far, I can't believe I won this battle, by the way. I don't know. So far, it's like I'm having a good time, like exploring every nook and cranny and like catching a bunch of Pokemon and like seeing everything in every corner. I don't know. Maybe I'm just weird. I think if they could, like, add in, just keep doing what they're doing, in, like, the Gen 9 game, if they keep doing what they're doing in terms of gameplay design and, like, the world, the, like, overworld stuff as this game, but they, like, add in even more content, make it bigger, like, they add in, like, normal Pokemon convention stuff, like trainers, like trainer battles and, you know, even more side missions and gyms and the league and like all the typical like the mainline Pokemon game stuff on top of what they have here. I think they could seriously. I think it would be the best Pokemon game we've gotten in a long time if they could do that. Think you've just been burnt out by Game Freak to be optimistic about their future releases? If this was the very first game put out by a small dev, you'd be excited to see their next entry. I mean, look, I agree. I'm not like saying this excuses all of the laziness on Game Freak's. This excuses, like, you know, all of the like issues past Game Freak games have had. I'm not saying that. All I'm saying is that if this is the direction this is a huge leap of improvement from what we had before, and if it keeps going in this way, if they keep moving up from here, then I am excited to see what they do with it. I mean, a company that had as big of a train wreck as Game Freak did, as big of a train wreck as they've been, I can't realistically expect them to, like, fix every single issue in one game. It would be nice if they did, but let's be honest, that's not how these kinds of things work. I mean, if it takes, like, taking smaller steps to get back to, like, good quality, then so be it. But at least it seems like they're finally taking some steps towards getting better. And I have to give them props for that. I have to give them some props for the fact that it seems like they put in some effort into this game. I have to give credit where it's due. Okay, I know where to go. To go back and fix that lever. Honestly, as a huge like story and lore guy, this game has been doing a lot for me. I am thoroughly enjoying the writing and story of the game. And like I said, don't get me wrong, I'm not saying all is forgiven. Game Freak can do no wrong. No. It's not at all what I'm saying. It doesn't excuse any of like what they've done and any of the bad decisions they've made in the past when they made games or anything like that. All I'm saying is that it feels like they're finally taking some steps in the right direction, and I'm excited to see them hopefully continue to make more steps in the right direction with the next game. So we meet again, Keeper. I don't know how, but you managed to prevent the monster sanctuary from shifting towards darkness. And now you are here. You might very well be the most capable monster the Keeper the sanctuary has to offer at the moment. The sanctuary was only saved thanks to one monster's sacrifice. You underestimate how much a single person, or a single monster, can do. Regardless of your actions, the tides of history cannot be averted. The Order of Alchemists is a force that has shaped the fate of the world for thousands of years. Those who think that our order can be reduced to a footnote in history are wholly mistaken. That's not what we're trying to do. The Order of Alchemists could very well make the Sanctuary its new home, as long as they're not causing any trouble. Razes already understood that and turned away from Marduk's teachings. That traitor doesn't deserve to call himself an alchemist. He's still practicing alchemy because he cares about keeping alchemy alive. He's a true alchemist. As long as we are forced to stay here, we are all nothing but prisoners. We are deprived of our freedom to go wherever we want to go. That's what the old world has done to us. You keepers should be the ones turning over to our cause, not the other way around. But in almost 500 years of sanctuary history, monster keepers have never dared to dream of escaping their self-made prison. And what's worse is that you force monsters as well as people like us to share in your pitiful delusion. Over the centuries, the Sanctuary has amassed a formidable array of monsters, as well as keepers who have learned to control them. The time has come to mobilize the force that the Monster Sanctuary has become to take over the entire world. The Monster Sanctuary represents so much more than just that. You grew up to be a monster keeper and later decided to join the Alchemists, right? If you grew up in the Sanctuary and yet you can't see it for anything but a force to be used for conflict, we can't help you. If that is truly how you see the Sanctuary, we have no choice but to stop you. Even if you did stop us, don't you think others would have eventually come to the same conclusion as us? As I said, the tides of history cannot be averted. We represent more than just the will of our leader, Marduk. We represent a change that will sweep across the world. You seek the key of power, don't you? I have already found it. It's in the treasure chest right behind me. But that's not all I found. The stone plate next to me has runes written on it which allow the one who deciphers them to summon a powerful monster. Unfortunately for you, I also already managed to decipher those runes. Behold, great Fafnir, grant me fierce cunning and dark resolve to smite those who stand in my path. Oh. Oh, that looks strong. Uh-oh. I'm under-leveled. Woo! Alright, let's try this. Okay, first of all, shields. What's it weak to? Sword? There we go. Let's try this. Alright, first we'll put up the shields. Also, by the way, let me know if the volume is too low. Dragon skin. And we'll Try and get some shocks off. No shocks. Stone Rain level 5. Soul Beam. Shields. And let's do Quicken. Another Lightning Slash. There we go. 3 shock and some bleed. Hello, Murray. How are you doing? Hope you're doing well. Good to see you. Okay, let's do... let's just keep the shields up. That's like #1 priority. And... Ice Claws do slightly more. I sound thirsty, have a drink. Redeem hydrate. Thank you for the hydrate. I will drink some of my sparkling mixed berry mineral water. I actually was thirsty, so unironically, thank you. You're good, and how are you? Good, I'm glad to hear you're doing well. I'm doing pretty good. I've been playing a lot of Pokemon Legends Arceus when I'm not streaming. I probably should be spending more time advertising myself places, but instead I'm playing video games. Yeah, no, I'm doing pretty good. You like the fizz? I also like the fizz when on the way down, when it goes down your throat. It's a good feeling. Yeah, I've met a lot of people who really hate sparkling water, like carbonated water. I don't get it. Like, it's you get the same carbonation feeling of soda, which I like, but it's also just water. Like, it's objectively healthier by every definition of the word. You don't like sparkling water? Andy, could you explain to me why you don't like because I've had other friends of mine explain why they don't like sparkling water, but I honestly just don't get it. Like, does it taste different to you? Because to me, it just tastes like water, but with the carbonation feeling of soda, which just makes it a good replacement for soda. You just prefer ice water? I mean, yeah, that's fair. Let's try and get a burn on this guy. He's already got chill and shock. 10 bleed. No burn, though. Don't like sparkling water, too? Man. I'm all alone. Burke, if you're still there, tell us, do you like sparkling water or not? Taste is not the same. I mean, it tastes mostly the same to me. I mean, some of them have flavoring in them, but, like, they don't always have flavoring in them. And I'm fine with either. What I don't care much for are, like, those sparkling drinks that are, like, they're, like, not like the water with, like, the taste of fruit in it. I'm talking, like, the ones where it's like they basically made, like, 0 sugar / calorie, like, drinks that are, like, multicolored with the flavoring in them. You know what I'm talking about? I don't care much for those. Those taste weird to me. They always taste off. But, like, carbonated water with, like, berry flavor in clear water itself, I don't mind that. Carbonated drinks can taste good, but you don't use them for chugging a good glass of ice cold water when you're thirsty. Sparkling water just doesn't do the job for me. Yeah, I guess that's fair. Nah, dude, you just chug the sparkling water, and it's like that one video of that kid. That one video of that kid who, like, chugs the soda or whatever, and he starts freaking, he's like, oh god, what do I do? What do I do? And then he, like, turns around and it slams his head against the garage. That's what you do. You know, I was expecting this boss fight to be difficult, but this has actually been incredibly easy. It has not broken my shields once, I don't think. And just like that, we're done. It's just that easy, ladies and gentlemen. Oh my god, I got an egg of it. Hell yeah. I ascended to Keeper Champion rank. That video is literally you when you try and down a whole drink of sparkling water. Well, you don't try and down it all at once. It's like saying, like, it's like sparkling. Okay, hear me out. Sparkling water is to water what wine is to beer. Like, you can chug beer, but you don't chug wine. It's the same thing. You can chug water, but you don't chug carbonated water. Like, it's obvious. It's gonna make you sick. It's not what it's made for. Once again, you managed to best me, Keeper. Perhaps you may be able to quell the tides of history for now. You may take the key of power and proceed to the abandoned tower. There you will face the combined power of the Order of Alchemists. The fate of our order shall be decided there. That's the key of power. There's no doubt about it. I can feel that there's some powerful magic inside of it. We've come quite a long way, haven't we? Now we'll even open the door to the abandoned tower. It's located beyond the mystical workshop, which is above the stronghold dungeon. We should make sure that we're ready before we go there, though. Titus, the best feeling in the world is when you're super thirsty and you can just destroy a huge glass of fresh cold water. Well, yeah, of course. I'm not denying that. I'm saying the two beverages serve two different purposes. Like, if I want to chug a huge glass of water because I was just, like, outside working, then yeah, obviously I'm gonna have, like, normal, non-carbonated water. Like, that's obvious. I'm not... But if I'm, like, sipping on something, you know, to have with a meal, then, you know, maybe I want sparkling water. Let's see. Gonna give you chilling when level 5. You know what I was thinking the other day? Even though it's totally against TOS, it would be really fun to do like a karaoke stream. But I don't think... but like... You'd have to have such a big audience for that to be worth it. Oh god. Whoops. Well. It's weak to water. Listen, I already sing show tunes to myself all the time when no one's around. I might as well do it on stream is all I'm saying. And then people can go like, oh god, Titus, stop singing, please. And I'll just keep going and it'll be funny. I don't think I've ever said this on stream before, but when I was in high school, I was in choir. And I was actually picked for my graduation ceremony to be the solo singer for like a song that the choir had to sing at the graduation ceremony. Like the male leads like solo, which was very awkward because I'm not that good of a singer. So I'm fine. I'm passable, but I'm not that good. So I don't know why I was chosen. Maybe my teacher just liked me, I guess. But yeah, no, that was weird. You know how awkward it is? Like, you know, you're like the only... You're just standing up there, you know, up on up on a stage singing in front of hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of people, and you're like the only dinosaur in the room. You know how awkward that is? Like not only do I have the stress of like being doing a solo singing part in this performance in front of so many people, which that in itself I don't mind that much, honestly, because I mean I am an actor, I do that already all the time. But like just, you know, everyone and their mom was like, why is there just a dinosaur on stage? What the hell's going on? That was kind of awkward to deal with. But apparently people thought I did good, so I'll take it. You know, people were like, they were like, gosh, Titus, I didn't know you could sing. And I was like, yeah, sure, I'll take the compliment, I guess. I'll take it. I didn't think I did a good job, but I'll take it. Although, to be honest, I'm terrible at taking compliments in general. So, I mean... You could compliment me all you want, but, like, I probably will never believe it. Hey, level up. What do I want on you? This skill is good. I want this skill. The problem is getting it. Well, we're gonna get for the defensive proc, and then I want the lifesteal also. That's what we'll work towards on Arachne. Hey, Titus! Phew! I'm glad I made it in time. I heard about the Key of Power and all that, you know. How all 4 Spectral Keepers need to be there to open the door to the abandoned tower. Well, to be honest, I don't know if I still qualify as a Spectral Keeper after what happened. But still, I want to help. And I wanted to let you know that I've become much stronger, too. Let me prove it to you in a duel. Wait, I didn't agree to this? Bro, come on, you can't just dump a battle on me like that. Bruh. Okay, well... Well, first of all, shield. Huh. I guess we'll go with this? Oh god, I'm already chilled off the bat. Alright, let's shield up. Dragon skin. I gotta apply the buffs first. Oh god, that's a lot of buffs. And I'm burned. Well, that stinks. Alright, well. Okay, more shield. Okay, now quicken. Okay, and now... Who do I take out first? I need to take out the Frosty first. This thing is definitely... I just have a feeling that this one is the scary one I gotta watch out for. Full offense? Oh god. That's a lot of buffs. Earthquake. Aerial strike. Oh god. That's a lot of bleed. It's a lot of damage. Okay, shields. I don't know if you guys, when you stream, for those of you in the audience who stream, I don't know if this happens to you at all, but like, on my stream deck, like, every, like, maybe, like, 2 minutes, like, a little message will show up in the stream chat feed that says, welcome to the chat room, on my end. I don't know if that shows up for you guys, but, like, I just see its screen tick up a little bit, and I always just, every 2 minutes, I'm like, huh? I like look to the side to check for like what I think is like a new comment, and it's not. 9 out of 10 times it's just welcome to the chat room, just reposting itself. I hate it. It's so annoying. It genuinely gives me anxiety. Only happens when you occasionally alt tab back into Twitch. Yeah, no, it does that to me like every 2 minutes. I don't know if it's like something with my Wi-Fi or something with my connection or my service or something. I don't know. It's really weird though. On your OBS it doesn't happen. I mean, I also use OBS, so I don't know. I don't know why it does that for me. But it gets old real fast. Aerial strike. Oh god. That's a lot of damage. More shields. And keep targeting the wisp. And let's use voltage. There we go. I want that moth destroyed. Oh god, oh god, oh god! Oh no! Oh. That is so bad. That is so bad. Holy crap. Okay. Holy crap. That was bad. That was really bad. I don't know if I can do it without my shield. Oh god, another layer of burn. Earthquake. Ice storm. That's a lot of damage. All right, chilling wind. Ice storm. All right, 1 down. Well, actually 2 down, but you know what I mean. Might. Earthquake. Flurry of blows. Oh god, here comes the burns. Okay. It's weak to fire. We're taking out the moose. The moosin'. Chill. Good. Ignite. And the burn. Wave blows. Aerial strike. Oh god. Oh. Earthquake. Orale. This is not good, guys. This is really not good. Fiery stabs. Shroud. And power. Alright. Freeze. Okay. Earthquake. That's not good. That's very not good. Ice storm. That's also not good. We use the mass potion. We're gonna use full utility here. No, here. And explosion here. Oh, just up. There we go. It went down. Good, good. Okay. Earthquake level 2. Oh, crap. They got burns now. Ice storm. Oh, this is not good, guys. This is not good. Helping hand on myself. Or, well, his self. Itself. I don't know what gender Ares is, name aside. Full utility on Ares. Explosion? And it's got poison, good. Voltage. Earthquake. Ice storm. Oh no! Oh, that is so bad. That is so bad. Revive. Full utility on itself. We just have to defend this turn, unfortunately. Voltage. Earthquake. Ice storm. Oh, no, no, no! Oh, it's over. It's over. It's over. It's all ogre now. It's all ogre now. Well, time to go grind! Okay, I think I'm gonna reset the skills on Zeus. Because I built Zeus before I even knew what the heck I was doing with building the skill trees. I'm gonna rebuild Zeus from the ground up. Because I think instead I'm gonna make Zeus an attacker, a special attacker. Let's see. Solar Burst. Charge Start. This monster starts combat with 7 charge stacks. Every attack triggers an additional hit equal to 35% of attack value. Every critical hit grants this monster a charge stack. Increase the base damage of the first hit of an attack by an additional 30%. Okay, now he's a magic attacker. Now the question is, what else do I want to give? Phoenix Affinity is good. I want that back. Along with the Fire Affinity. Berserk is also good. Here. And here. So you're playing Monster Sanctuary on Discord, and when he, you were like he wouldn't happen to be streaming, is he? Yep, I am. And also welcome in, Lazy Fox. Good to see you. Okay, so then I can get Sure Strike, Explosive Blast, and Crit Damage Plus. I just want these two, though. I just want these two abilities. Let's see. Grants a skill point, can only be consumed once per monster. Okay. We're gonna go ahead and use that on all the main... We're coming up on the end, so I need to, like, actually start using my stuff. Okay. Now all of them can get one more skill. Sure Strike. For you... What is this? Increases stats gained from weaponry by 25% for allied warrior monsters. We'll get another protect level. Maybe I'll get the barrier stuff. I don't know. We'll see. On Chimera. Let's see. Alright. Next, I will get... Next, I'll start working on, I think I'll get this one next, because it's more defense. On Perseus... Perseus is the hardest one to get shop for, because he's just the defender. I mean, what else more can he really do? What else more do I really need on him? Should get a skill similar to PK Magnet. I kind of have that on one of my monsters. Let's just focus on increasing health and defense. Maybe the shield burst is worth investing in. We'll see. Okay, that unlocks that. Good. Which means I can get these next. Man of Culture that actually knows what I'm talking about. I know enough about Earthbound to get it. I've never played Earthbound, though. Alright, yeah, this is worth it. Alright, looks good to me. Alright, now we gotta put more equipment on the Zeus. For weapons... You got the 5-headed dragon lord of one of the circles of hell. Plus mana regeneration. Tiamat is her name. Oh, right. Yeah, that. Yeah. yeah. Defense plus health. Defense is pretty low. Defense plus magic. Be beefy. Well, I gotta... Yeah, this looks good. I need a better weapon, but for later, but like right now this looks pretty good. And now, it's time for everyone's favorite game of grinding to all get out. No, wait, wrong way. Where are all the monsters at? No, I came from there. There the monsters at. Okay, they're all weak to water except for the middle one. Killed them all, mass extinction by your hands. I gotta do what I gotta do. I gotta do what I gotta do to get ahead in this game. It is what it is. It's cruel. It's a cruel world, but... sometimes it just be like that. I need more water! Sandy! I need water! I've been meaning to, but I really want to add in that one add-on to my stream stuff that some people have. That's what do you call it? The one where like you can pay a certain amount of bits and it'll play sound effects. I don't know how to get that, but I want to get it for my streams. I want to encourage people to donate bits, but also, I mean, that's just fun. And I could customize it how I want. That's not water. Water doesn't hiss. Only in certain neighborhoods. It's carbonated water, Lazy Fox. That's why it hissed. Only in certain neighborhoods, ta loca. Want to get some more challenges, rewards going? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Honestly, I just don't know the legality of, like... Can people copyright strike me? Is it copyright infringement for, like, using sounds? Like, if I use, like, an audio cue of, like... Okay, for example, I've been in somebody's stream before where one of their bit alerts was Marin Senpai. Marin's Hosho Marin from Hololive. her ahoy, the little sound effect of her going ahoy, you know, her catchphrase. And I'm just thinking, like, technically, is that copyright? Like, if I had like a little like 5-second bit of the Jurassic Park theme song playing, does that count as copyright? Copyright is stupid. Still need to figure out what to call your channel points. Your good boy dollars. They're good boy bucks. Sound effects should be fine if they're short. Yeah. Think if it's past a certain amount of seconds. Oh, so it's like a YouTube situation. Look it up. Yeah, it's probably what I'm gonna have to do. Because ya boy doesn't want to get sued! I have been thinking of like some sound effects that I could use, and I have a few in mind already that are like thematically appropriate for me. Shields. Dragon skin. Don't go against Hololive, they will have your ass. I love Hololive, I think they're great. Yo, Yago, if by some 1 in a million chance, 1 in like a 10 billion chance, Yago of Hololive management fame is watching this stream, bro, I will literally, I'll pay you to show up on a Hololive stream, bro. A Holo Stars, I guess, more, because I'm a guy, but... Bro, Yago, you want to be on my stream? You want to come stream with me, Yago? That... If I could collab with one, like, Hololive talent, I'm trying to think, who would I want to collab with? Because just because, like, you know, someone is my favorite doesn't necessarily mean I would want to collab with them the most. I think it would be really fun to collab with either Amelia Watson or Crazy Ollie. Though those two, mind you, are in my top 3 favorites of Hololive, but still. I mean, like, those two, like, them and Callie, they seem like the types who, like, if I knew them in school growing up, we could have been friends. Like, you know, we would have gotten along just fine. Yago, best girl? You're right. You're right, I'm sorry. My top 4. Watson, Calliope, Ollie, and Yagu. Now I'm thinking big brain. Exactly. Love to collab with Gura. That's shooting for the stars. You just wait. Alright, I'm going for the biggest one. I'm going for the biggest VTuber. Not just in Hololive, but just in general. I'm pretty sure she's the biggest VTuber. Mume is cute. Bro, Mume is adorable. Mume is adorable and also gives off the energy of someone who would, like, she could probably kill 70 men with her bare hands and, like, not flinch. That she gives off both vibes simultaneously. I don't watch a lot of Council. When I do watch VTubers from Hololive, I already have my 3 favorites and I barely have time to watch them sometimes. Because that's the thing, like, I don't watch every stream by, like, the VTubers that I like. You know what I mean? Like, a lot of the time, like, okay, for example, like, Ollie, I love Ollie. But, like, she usually plays, her and Watson. But they usually play, like, shooters. Or, like, you know, or, what's it called? Apex? I could not care less about Apex. So I never watched those. But, like, I tune in for pretty much every single one of their Zatsudon streams. Or, like, Callie, could not care less about Jump King. She streams Jump King a lot lately. Couldn't care less about Jump King, so I don't watch her Jump King streams. But I watch her Zatsudons, and I watch whenever she releases a new song. And, like, I watch a lot of her, I'll tune in occasionally to, like, her Pokemon streams, just because it's, like, it's good background noise sometimes, you know? Because usually her Pokemon streams are just her grinding, for shinies, you know? Jump Kink sounds cool. I don't even know what that would entail. Going back into time to kill player unknown before Battle Royales becomes a genre. Just ask Ame, bro. She can time travel. Ask her if she'll go back and stop one of her most popular games from being made. Or you could ask Crony, I guess. Crony doesn't give a crap about Apex as far as I know. She might be more willing to hear you out. Hell yeah, if you get a chance to stream with any Hololive, I'd go big. I mean, all of Hololive is big. Literally every single member of Hololive or former member of Hololive is already in, like, the top, like, 5% of all VTubers. But yeah, going for Gura, that is just straight up reaching for the very top right off the bat. There was no other way, the world has to be fixed. Gura's awesome. Gura's funny. I like how much of a meme, like, I like how Gura clearly knows more than she lets on. Like, it's funny to me that, like, obviously I don't know what her actual analytics are, but, like, it's pretty obvious most of her viewers, or, like, a large percentage of them, are younger. Or people who are like, oh, cute, small, shark girl. You know, she's so wholesome and sweet and cute because she's so small, you know, so they have this expectation of her. Like, but, like, if you actually pay attention to her streams, like, she knows some cursed knowledge. Like, if I, like, she is definitely the type who, like, she's probably used to go to 4chan. Like, without question. I am almost certain of that. She knows too much. I mean, she literally created a chum jar that she puts on her desk during Zatsudon streams. Like, she knows what she's doing. She's not stupid. Okay, good. They're all poisoned. She knows what she's doing very clearly. What do you think about the Senzawa conspiracy theory? What conspiracy theory? Senzawa's that chick who sang Country Roads, right? That was funny. Don't know what she has to do with Gura. Yep. Don't know what you're talking about. They're clearly different. One of them is a shark and one of them isn't. They're clearly different people, Andy. I don't know what to tell you. You know, one of them is from Atlantis, and the other one, well, I don't think she's streamed in, like, 2-ish years. I don't know where she went, but... What was Senzawa? Was Senzawa just a regular woman? Was she, like, a cat girl? I don't remember. I never watched her or knew much about her. I just know that she, like, was in a lot of memes. He knows too much. No, he's clearly... I don't know what he's talking about, man. More skills, okay. What do I give you? I'm gonna give you an attack plus. And give you the critical up. Since Zawa became an anime girl VTuber right before disappearing, coincidentally right before Hololive EM launched. I don't know, man. Maybe life got busy for her, you know? Stuff happens. How do you capture a person? I don't know. How do you capture a person? Is this a lead up to a joke? You have Aries? Oh. It's like a monster, like, it's a monster that, like, looks like a knight. It wears this, it's a humanoid monster. It's not an actual person. Although I guess the monsters are technically sapient, or at least the spectral familiar monsters are sapient. So I maybe it is technically, by that definition, a person. I don't know. That's a question I don't think that the people making this game thought of. It's like Pokemon when everybody started to be like, isn't this kind of like messed up? And then they had to like be like, oh no, it's not like that. You know, okay, real talk. That whole speaking of that whole thing, the whole like, oh, Pokemon is like secretly messed up, like they're forcing the Pokemon into battles. It's like really bad and inhumane or stuff. The people who basically just parrot what Team Plasma said, that's a stupid take. It's a stupid take and it blatantly ignores the obvious canon. First of all, there's like 3 or 4 different canons in Pokemon. So trying to use evidence from one for the other is pointless. Two, like, they live in a world where it's been clearly stated that Pokemon willingly can, like, in most cases, if they truly hate the human that's captured them, they can just leave. They can run away. They can fight back. Like, for the most part, Pokemon willingly choose to be with people and to fight for them. For whatever reason that may be. Whether that be them doing good or bad. Sometimes, yeah, Pokemon are forced into, like, doing stuff they don't want to. But usually that takes, like, an immense amount of power, and usually it's made obvious when that's the case. And, like, within the setting of the world, like, they enjoy fighting for sport. Because it makes them stronger. And humans offer them, like, things that they themselves can't do. It's just the way that, like, the world works in the Pokemon world. Like, it's like just the established norm, and everyone's okay with it. Like, yeah, in the real world, obviously, you could not do Pokemon. In the real world, Pokemon wouldn't make sense. Because in the real world, there are no sapient magical beings that are separate from personhood like Pokemon are. Like, and if there were, they certainly would have like all the same rights as people because they're basically people. But in Pokemon, that's just the way things have been since like the beginning of their established universe. You know, that's just how it works. Like, Pokemon and humans in lore were created to work together hand in hand. Like, it doesn't... I don't know, just that whole argument of, like, oh, Pokemon are being forced into it, or, like, humans mistreat them, or whatever. It's so dumb. Literally just pay attention to the story of the games and the anime and the manga. Literally just pay attention. Can we just talk about how a kid can capture gods of weather, time, and space? I mean, I feel like that's more of like a... What do you call it? Like a game play kind of a thing? You know, like they put that in for the sake of like... They put that in for the sake of like... it being fun for the player playing the game. In universe... the only people who can actually do that are like child prodigies, and like even then they're like they're pretty much always like chosen willingly by the higher powers that be in the universe to willingly work alongside the powers that let them catch them. You know what I mean? Like, if Arceus wanted to, I am more than certain it could just break out of the Master Ball and leave. Like, it's Arceus. Like, it's literally the creator god of the universe, of the Pokemon universe. I'm certain if Arceus felt like it could just leave. But for gameplay purposes, in the games, you can catch them because, you know, players would want to catch them because it's fun. And within, like, the story aspect for, like, the anime and, like, the manga and all that, it's because the characters are always, like, chosen, especially by the legendaries who are willing to work with them. And when they're not chosen, they're 95% of the time a villain, and it's made explicitly clear that they're being forced to do things against their will. We don't have Pokemon in the real world. All we have are people and animals and dinosaurs and bunny wizards and hussars and mud monsters and grim reapers and time travelers and a whole bunch of other stuff, but no Pokemon. No Pokemon. Palkia and Arceus are the only ones who destroyed the Master Ball when it came down to capture them. I mean, if there were ever ones to have that happen, it makes sense when they're literally like, Arceus is the end-all be-all most powerful Pokemon in the lore, and Palkia is only slightly below it. Being tied with Giratina and Dialga for, like, strongest. Second strongest. Like, yeah, in the games, statistically, because they're games, they're a stronger Pokemon. But within, like, the lore setting of the universe, Arceus is the strongest. In the games, yeah, Mega Rayquaza and, like, Necrozma, the Necrozma complete form, you know, they could probably, or, like, Ultimax, whatever it's called, Ultimax, Eternatus, that's what it's called. Eternamax Eternatus. Statistically, yeah, they beat Arceus out of the water, and Palkia and Giratina and Dialga. But, like, in lore-wise, in this actual story, they're in universe, they're the most powerful. I feel like trying to argue, like, oh, but these guys are better because they have stronger stats or whatever because of, like, gameplay stuff. It's like the equivalent of, like, watching a game theory video and taking it as gospel. Like, because Sonic the Hedgehog moves at such and such a speed while he's consisting of this many pixels, covers this much of a distance when we count pixels, we can conclude he's actually slow? Like, yeah, it's a gameplay limitation, dude. It's like, it's an artistic depiction of gameplay meant to depict, like, a story. Obviously, a game cannot properly depict a tiny talking blue hedgehog who can run at the speed of light. Yeah, obviously. But you suspend your disbelief for the sake of the gameplay. Story-wise, we all know Sonic can run, like, so fast he can casually break time, like the Flash or something. But in-game, he runs at a speed where you can actually see what he's doing, because it's a game. Genuinely can't wrap your head around the people who watch that channel. Excuse me. I mean, I get it when you're younger, right? Because I feel like most of us, like, who are in the nerd spheres, the geeky sphere, like, we watch those kinds of things as kids. Or young teenagers, like Game Theory or Nostalgia Critic or, you know, that kind of stuff. But, like, the older you get, the more you realize, like, the people who take things hyper literally without the proper context, or, like, people who are, or people who, like, you know, take things way too seriously, like, they're just not, yeah, they're just not worth the time. I mean, they're fine as, like, I'm putting this on to, like, have background noise kind of a deal, but, like, I don't take them seriously. Talking about Screw Attack and Death Battle. Yeah, no, Death Battle is... Listen, I watch Death Battle because it amuses me to, like, see, like, what kind of crazy stuff they come up with. But, like, I do not for a second believe most of it. Like, half of the... like, okay, some of them, like, make sense. Like, I can believe that the Winter Soldier can beat the Red Hood in a fight because the Winter Soldier is actually superhuman. I can believe that. I can believe that Spider-Man could beat Batman in a fight because Spider-Man is superhuman and Batman isn't. I can believe that. I could believe Samus Aran could beat, you know, Boba Fett. I could believe that. But, like, some of them just make... some of them are, like, absolutely ridiculous. Some of them, like, they're reaching so hard to try and come off as smart. It's so silly. Pinkie Pie versus Dead. Like, exactly, like, that's the stupidest fight. Okay, so, like, the only death you get out of Death Battle is the rage people who watch it when their favorite character loses. Cannot find the energy to care about who would win, Superman or Goku. I mean, okay, I will grant them... The result technically was fair. Like, objectively, yeah, Superman wins because Superman is Superman. Like, no hate against Goku, but, like, yeah, Superman beats Goku. But, like, but the fact that they feel like they have to, like, quantify it with math and science is the stupid part. Like, Superman would beat Goku because he's Superman. That's kind of his thing. At the end of the day, unless it's like an alternate universe story where he's a bad guy, Superman always wins. Superman, like, is the pinnacle, the ideal, the icon. He always either wins or one of his allies wins. Like, he can't lose. He can win because the writers dictate him to win. That's just how it works. I don't need science to show me why a guy as powerful as Superman can win a fight against another crazy powerful character. Comedy character versus comedy character means the audience loses. True! There was a death battle with Ben 10 and Green Lantern and people were still bro, don't even get me started on that! Don't get me started on that one! That one also was very silly. I mean, look, I'm a Ben 10 fan, so I'm kind of biased. I mean, Ben literally has a close to omnipotent being on his watch that can do almost anything, and he has full control of it. And also, he's literally redirected the Big Bang at one point. And also, it's canon that his watch literally will prevent him from dying by turning him the second before he dies into any alien that will let him survive that exact moment. Like, objectively, I feel like he wins versus Green Lantern. I don't know that much about Green Lantern, granted. So I'm not, like, upset, but mind you, I'm not mad that, like, Green Lantern won the fight. I just feel like their whole, like, oh, we're gonna prove it through science thing is the stupid part. Like, could Green Lantern beat Ben 10? I don't know about that much about Green Lantern, so I'm not gonna say definitively, but I could believe it if you told me. But, like, from, like, a story standpoint. But, like, you don't need to quantify that with science. It's so dumb. It's so dumb. When two characters are that powerful, I don't need, like, math and science, bad math and science, to, like, try and quantify it to me, you know? At that point, the winner is whoever the writer feels like winning because the writer wants them to win. Same thing happens with Goku. Batman killed Superman, though. I mean, that's what I'm saying, though, is the only time Superman really loses, like, loses, is if it's an alternate universe story, which isn't technically the Superman. The mainline Superman, the Superman of the main universe, he always wins. They can't let him permanently lose because he's the Superman. That's what I mean. Like, when push comes to shove, if Superman truly needs to win a fight, the writers will always let him win because he's Superman. Goku is weaker to Batman than no. Batman is just a guy in a suit. Goku would kill Batman. That's not. I don't care that in, like, one random comic, he got a special suit that let him punch out Darkseid at the cost of his life force for, like, 5 minutes. Like, no, I don't. Objectively, if you just take Batman and Goku on a normal day and put them in the same room, Goku is going to smite Batman off the face of the earth. Do you know who wins? Whichever character the writer likes more. Exactly! Exactly! So trying to argue about scientifically, like, quantify who is more powerful is ridiculous. It's stupid. You don't need to tell me who would win in a fight. I already know who objectively is stronger. But that doesn't matter because in a story, the winner will be whoever the writer feels like winning. It doesn't matter that Goku would literally turn Batman into a speck of dust and ash. Because if the writers writing this hypothetical story wanted to, Batman would, like, completely destroy Goku just because they feel like it. Just saying Batman is one up on Goku when it comes to... No, I'm not having this discussion anymore. We're ending this discussion. I will say, it is funny to see people who get, like, really upset, like, genuinely offended when their favorite doesn't win. Like, what's it? A few years back, they did an episode that was, like, there was an episode where it was, like, Red and Charizard X versus Tai, and War Greymon, like, and Tai and War Greymon from Digimon won, and everyone was upset on the internet about it. Like, yeah, no shit, Digimon wins. The power level of Digimon is absurd. Digimon casually just wipe out planets because they feel like it. Unless you're, like, one of the biggest legendaries in Pokemon, you're not gonna stand a chance against Digimon. Titus, when we're talking about video games. Titus, when we're talking about some old YouTube videos that said a cartoon character would be defeated by another. Yes, exactly. I am triggered. I'm triggered because it's all stupid. All of it is stupid. What was that one that they did just recently that people got really upset about? Oh yeah! Saitama versus, they did Saitama versus, fucking Goku beat AIDS. You know, I hope so. I wouldn't wish that upon anyone. I hope he can. I hope he can. They did Saitama versus Popeye the Sailor Man. What's the point of that? What's the point of pitting two joke characters whose entire thing is they win every fight they're in because it's funny? And making them fight against each other and trying to quantify that factually? What's the point? The winner is whoever it would be funnier to win. That's the answer. But then these foreheads are actually out here like, well, we could calculate based on the fact that Saitama said this one line in one episode offhand, and like the size of the crater impact he made, that his maximum output is at, it's like, no, you idiots, you don't get it. The point is that they always win because it's funny. Saitama will always be more powerful than whoever he's facing unless it would be funnier for him to lose. Literally all you would have to say is Saitama would lose to Popeye because it's funnier for a silly sailor cartoon from the 40s to beat an anime character. That's all you would have to say, and the episode would be over. I'm just so... Game theory ruined an entire generation of people. It really did. Sometimes a cigar is just a cigar. Exactly. Talk is great, but I have to sleep. Alright, Ian. Have a good stream, Titus. Thank you. Thanks, Maria Franzosi. You take care. Get some sleep. Take care of yourself. How thirsty am I? I just had a swig like 5 minutes ago, but I could go for more, I guess. If you're asking for permission for the hydrate, bro, like, just use it. Like, it's what it's there for. 2 of them? Alright. Oh my god. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Damn. Okay. Wait, how many is that? 6? Okay. Hang on. Alright, I'll take a 6 swigs. Alright, here we go. 1. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. Oh, I feel like I need to burp. Alright, there's 6. I just like cut this bottle of water in half. But you have to calculate the rate of smoking the cigar and taste the hickory taste. I have never smoked. Okay, here's a fun fact for you. I don't know how fun of a fact it is, but aside from having alcohol, like, I drink alcohol somewhat regularly for leisure. Just for the taste. I don't really drink it to, you know, get crazy. I've never smoked. I've never done any kind of, recreational substance. I've never even been drunk before. Never. Don't drink at all or done the marriage. I just don't get the appeal. It's what calculating video games sounds like. Just smoke the damn thing. It's true. It's true. But yeah, no, I don't know. I'm definitely the weird one when I go to parties. Like when I go to parties with like friends or get-togethers. You know, a lot of my friends will, you know, like I have several friends who partake in smoking cigars, and many more friends who partake in other things. I just don't. So it's a little weird when, you know, they offer and I'm just like, nah, I'm good. And I'm like one of the only people there who's not. I remember I went to a party recently. I went to, like a month or two ago. I went to a party at a friend's house. And at this friend's house, like, am I allowed to talk about this on stream? Is it against terms of service to talk about, like, stuff like alcohol and substances? Is that, like, allowed? Whatever. I don't know if it is or not, but whatever. As long as you say go home, kids. Not alcohol and pot. Anything beyond that might be risky. Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, so I was... Because weed's legal in a few states. Yeah. So I was at a party that a friend invited me to. And so me and another friend who I showed up with, we showed up there. We were trying to find the house this party's at. And we walk up to the front of a house nearby, and we see, because it's like a neighborhood with tons of like little apartment house places, and we see one where there's like 10 people outside, and they're doing that thing that I thought they only did in movies, where like you slice open the can like in half, and you just like open it up and pull it apart and like and chug it like that. Like, my friend was outside doing that with a couple other people, like on the front patio, and I'm like, oh, I think we found the party. And so like that party was just like, I showed up and I'm like, oh, hey man, and he's like, oh, hey Titus, how's it going? And I was like, hey, I brought something, and I'm like, I brought like a bottle of red wine because I love red wine. I brought a bottle of red wine to this party. Which is funny because a few people looked at me like I was being frou-frou for bringing red wine to a party, but whatever, that's all I had. And like I asked him, oh, do you want some? And he's like, oh, maybe in a little bit. I've already had a lot. And I'm like, oh, how much have you had? And he's like, like 8. And I'm like, 8 what? 8 drinks. And I'm like, and I look at my watch and I'm like, dude, the party doesn't start for 15 minutes. He's like, yeah, I've already had 8 drinks. I've already had 8 drinks. And I'm like, oh my god. And he's like, no, Titus, it'll be fine. It'll be fine. So then he continues to drink several more drinks the next 2 or 3 hours that I'm there. And then at one point he leaves to go partake in a legal substance for recreational purposes with a few other friends of his. So this man is absolutely destroyed by the time he comes back in. Meanwhile, and like everyone at this party is like, there are people playing beer pong in the corner. Like there are people just downing drinks and like, you know, the other legal recreational substance. And like, meanwhile, it literally looks like those PSA commercials for like when you're in high school and they're like, don't go to these parties, kids. That's literally what it looked like at the party, which was funny to me because I had never been to a party like that. So I just assumed that like, that was just a thing in like TV. And like, so meanwhile, me and the friend who I came with, we were just sitting on the couch casually, like sipping on a single beer. Just vibing. Just hanging out. I don't know, that's just so funny to me, the absolute dichotomy. Wait, those videos are real? Apparently, I didn't believe them either, but that was literally what it was like at the party. It was wildin', bro. Like, I was just sitting there, like, having a nice conversation with my friend who I came with. You know, just we're sipping on a beer each. And then there's just people all around me who are, like, going crazy. I mean, like, no one was mean or rude or anything. But, like, I definitely do not fit in that crowd. Your boy has never been much of a rebellious spirit, much of a party dino. Same. At least I'm not alone. Yeah, a friend of mine from college, because we're all of us who were friends, the friend who invited me and the friend who I came with, we all went to the same college together. So that's how we knew each other. Another friend that I knew from college showed up. And she and I just ended up talking with her and then the friend I came with pretty much the whole night while we were there. Because she also doesn't really partake much in that kind of things. Those kinds of things. So we just talked about our future plans and like what we'd been doing since we graduated and all that. That was nice. Always got stuck with DD roll. Ugh. That's rough, bro. That's rough. Dude, you have 1 or 2 drinks and done because that's all it takes for you to get drunk. Yeah, I mean, it's important you understand your limit, you know? That's good that you have a good understanding of that. I have a friend who they cannot hold their liquor at all. They'll have like 2 drinks and a sip of a mixed drink, like 2 like cans of something, and then like a sip of a mixed drink, and then they're done. Like they can't handle their alcohol at all. It's pretty bad. I mean, I take alcohol pretty well. Like, I'll have at a big event, like a party or a holiday, I'll have 2 or 3 drinks, and then I'll start to get buzzed, and I'll be like, all right, I'm good. I do not feel like being drunk, so I will stop now. Wait, you weren't talking about mixed drinks? What do you mean I wasn't talking about mixed drinks? Like when I'm talking about my friend, or 2 mixed drinks? Yeah, just 2 drinks of anything, really. I mean, as long as it's not like, you know, like 30%, then obviously I'll be out way faster. But yeah, I've had like 3-ish mixed drinks in a single setting before, and like within a few hours of each other, and like I'm fine. You drink your whiskey straight. I can't do whiskey, bro. It's too powerful for me. It doesn't taste enjoyable. Your current drink is 65? Holy crap. Yeah, no, I don't I don't do that, bro. I drink beer and wine 90% of the time. That's what I drink. Occasionally, if I'm like actually out somewhere, I'll get a mixed drink. That's it. I do not partake of, like, whiskey or, like, any of the, like, really hard liquor. Had an illegal beer last night? I don't know what that means. It was, in 17. Huh. That's a lot. I hope you're okay. It can legally only go up to 12. Oh, I didn't know that. After that, it's a barley wine. I see. I didn't know that. Was it good? It was divine. Well, good, good. When you drink, it's usually a shot, vodka and frozen fruit and ice blended, and that's our drink for the night. I only get, like, mixed drinks like that if someone makes them for me, or if, like, I'm at, like, a restaurant or a bar or something. Like, I'm not gonna, if I'm at home, I'm not gonna go through all that effort. I'm just gonna open something. Like, screw that, bro. Just open up the Uncork the wine bottle, pour it. Titus, I will make you the best drinks. Bro, bet. Bet. Sounds based. You know, that actually kind of reminds me. You know what, like... You know what I want to get into? This sounds so weird. Like, I don't really talk about... I've only told a few people this before, but, like... Something I kind of want to get into is, like, tea. Like, brewing my own tea. I really want to get into that, because I love tea. I want to get one of those, like, nice, fancy, fine china sets. You know, and pour, like, tea. Like, one of those, like, traditional Asian ones. Yo, tea, Titus, that's my gym. Yes! Yes! The whiskey comes from doing business stuff. I also smoke cigars because of the business culture I work in. Ah, I see. I see. Ask Val, he must know a lot. So I have a kind of embarrassing confession. I got into tea when I was in, like... I started to really like tea when I was, like... Maybe, like a teenager. Because of Avatar: The Last Airbender. I saw Uncle Iroh. I loved Uncle Iroh. And I'm like, oh, Uncle Iroh, like, drinks lots of tea. That's, like, a huge part of his character. And so I would go to, like, whenever we'd go out to, like, an Asian restaurant that served tea, I would get tea. I would order tea just because I wanted to feel like Uncle Iroh. I feel like that's cringe to say. Like, that's silly. But, like, I don't know. I felt like it made... I felt at the time like it made me feel, like, more sophisticated. Like, more mature. Like, it made me more cultured. Also, I just don't like coffee that much, so... You've never had tea, like, any kind of tea, even once? Really? No. That's I don't think I've ever heard of anyone who's never had tea. Well, I guess that's not true. I guess if, like, a person... The only people I've ever heard of who've never had tea are, like, Mormons. Because I don't think they can drink tea. At least I know they can't have coffee. I'm pretty sure they also can't have tea. If I remember right. I don't know that much about Mormonism. And I'm also not getting into that. No judgment on how you get into the best drink made by mankind. Base. Need to educate you. Have so many good tea at home. Coffee is like a morning ritual for you. Tea is too bitter. How do you drink coffee then? Use flavor creamer. I don't really care much for the taste of coffee. Like, when I do drink coffee, it's only because I need to wake up. And I, like, just put, like, I get, like, the coffee that, like, tastes, like, not very coffee-ish. Like, I tend to drink hazelnut coffee. So, yeah. Because to me, hazelnut coffee doesn't taste as coffee-ish. When you have a long recording session, you have hot herbal tea with honey. That's what I'm talking about. That's the way to take care of your throat. Fellow streamers in chat, take notes. That is how you take care of your voice properly. Caffeine in general is bad for your throat. Yeah. Like I said, I only drink it when I really need to wake up. Otherwise, I just have tea. Although, honestly, like, tea, like, I know it's supposed to have caffeine in it, but tea, like, relaxes me. Tea doesn't, like, make me feel, like, alert and awake. If anything, it makes me feel, like, relaxed and kind of sleepy. Like, the last month or two, I've had drinks, like, every other night of tea, like, a few hours before I go to bed. And I'm, like, perfectly fine. Coffee doesn't wake you up at all. It does essentially, it's essentially warm water with sweet. If you have allergies, you have pineapple juice because it's a basic antihistamine. Haven't had caffeine in forever. Wait, yeah. I think so. The only time I've ever had coffee where I'm like, damn, that was actually really good coffee. That wasn't like one of those like specialty drink places that sweetens it to all hell and back, where it's basically not coffee anymore. The only time I've ever had actual coffee like and thought, wow, that was good, was when I was like maybe 12 or 13. I took a vacation to like my early teenage years. My family took a trip to Hawaii, and we went to one of the islands. They had a coffee plantation that we toured, and like we got to try some of the coffee that they grew, that from like the stuff they grew themselves. And it was like this hazelnut coffee, and it was like blended like the day of, and it was like a really like, it was like a slightly chilly morning, and you know, not that chilly because it's Hawaii, but you know what I mean. And, you know, I had some coffee, some, like, hot coffee, freshly made, and that stuff was amazing. That was genuinely fantastic. But look, all I'm saying is if I have to go all the way to Hawaii to get, like, freshly day of grinded coffee for me to enjoy it, like, it's not worth it. Don't know how people like sweetened coffee. I mean, I'll take it over black coffee, because black coffee to me just tastes like dirt water. Drink it black or with such sugar. Yeah, I can't do that, bro. I can't do that. Now, I'm not saying, like, my coffee needs to be like those caffeinated, those, like, really, like, sugary frou-frou drinks. Or coffees or anything, but, like, yeah, I need to put, like, creamer in it or something. Like, I can't drink black coffee. If I do, I'll be like, I'll have like a grossed out face. I'll be, you know, face all squinted together like, ugh, like that the whole time. Like, I can drink it. I won't enjoy it, though. Titus, you grew up with cowboy coffee? It's where you roast it in a pan, no filter, and you take it off the stove and have to dig the rinds out. Ugh. That sounds rough, bud. Burke, you sound like you have an interesting life. You sound like you have a very interesting life. Suboptimal experience. Yeah, I'd imagine so. Also still grinding for levels, by the way. It's taken a while. But you know, sometimes you gotta grind. It just be like that. Burke just have instant coffee at that point. Okay, here's a question. What is your go-to, like... What is your go-to, like, if somebody offered you this as a meal, like they made for you, that you would be the most excited for them making it for you for breakfast? Like, you wake up, somebody made you breakfast, what meal would it be that you would be most excited for? Pho? Pho's alright. I'm not a huge fan of pho. I definitely prefer, like, ramen or, like, wonton soup over pho, but, like, it's pretty good. Pho is a Vietnamese soup, Lazy Fox. Pho is a Vietnamese soup. And depending on what kind of pho you get, it could have some weird ingredients that people in America, or in North America in general, don't tend to eat. Not that there's anything wrong with that. I'm just saying, you know, if you don't know what you're getting into when you go in, you know, fish oil is godly. True. I'm a big carnivore. I mean, I don't know if you could tell by my giant freaking dinosaur jaws, but yeah, I definitely really enjoy meat. Like, if my meal doesn't have some form of meat in it, I'll be a little disappointed, not gonna lie. Banana and chocolate chip waffles with bacon. That sounds pretty good. I like banana. Blueberry pancakes and bacon. Guys, I'm about to say something that is probably going to be controversial, okay? I don't like breakfast food. I don't like pancake or okay. Well, let me say this. I don't hate them. I just don't care for them. Like if you gave me the option, I wouldn't eat them over something else. I don't like pancakes. I don't like waffles. I don't like French toast. I don't like bacon. I don't like sausage. I don't care much for eggs. I just all of the angry reacts. I just don't care for breakfast food. When I have breakfast, I want something that's like savory. Like more often than not, I will wait to have my first meal until lunch. Because it means I'll get like something more savory. Crepes are okay. Friendship ended with Titus. Breakfast food is my new best friend. Omelet. I mean, like I said, like omelets are fine, but like I said, I don't care much for eggs. Like, if egg is the central part of the dish, I'm probably not gonna care for it very much. No, I much prefer lunch and dinner to breakfast, by far. So if somebody made me breakfast, what I'd be most excited for is, like, there are a few dishes, like traditional Mexican dishes, that you could eat for breakfast that I would find good. Like, does anybody know know what chilaquiles are? I like chilaquiles. That's pretty good. You don't know what chilaquiles are? Okay, so chilaquiles is like a... I don't know if it's a general Latino dish, but like I'm Mexican, so I'm assuming it's Mexican. I don't know if it is or not, but you know what I mean. It's a Latin dish where basically you take tortillas and you fry them to the point of being like crispy, almost chip-like, and you cut them up into like pieces, and then you fry them up with some like melted cheese, some chopped onion, tomato, and then some like meat of your choice. Like usually it's like chicken or like shredded chicken, or like when I was a kid, sometimes like my parents would put like bits of hot dog. Well, that's more of a kiddie thing. And you'd put that with like a chile verde sauce, and you just cook it up in a pan. It's delicious. It's more of a breakfast food, but I've had it for dinner too, so... Have to go, your phone's gonna die. Alright, you take care, Lazy Fox. I'm glad you agree with me, Burke. I'm glad you agree with me. Good timing, you gotta go too? Oof. Alright, you take care, Andy. Speaking of dinner too. Oh, yeah. Yeah, fair enough. Alright, take care, Andy. Get some food in you. Enjoy. Your second family is an Ensenada. Ooh. You must get some good food then. Yeah, good night, Andy. Good night, Lazy. Man, this grinding is taking forever. Muck 'em up. You know what I really need to do, Burke, is I really need to, like, I really need to work on, using my diaphragm more when I stream, because I always end up forgetting to, like, I always end up talking from the back of my throat whenever I stream, and I always end up hurting my throat, and I know better than that. I know better than doing that, but I always do it. I don't know why. I'm stupid. I guess I'm just used to it. I'm out of practice. Ouch. Yeah, it's pretty bad. I'm starting to feel it tonight. Sometimes it's not that bad, but like, yeah. Have a habit of using chest voice only when you're tired. Yeah, it's something I gotta get used to doing more. I mean, to be fair, outside of like occasional Discord calls or when I'm streaming, I mean, like, how often do I need to talk? You know what I mean? Like, since the pandemic started. You know what I mean? Yeah, I've been isolated for a very long time outside of having some immediate family around most of the time. I also need to like sit up better. I always tend to like lean over when I'm talking, when you know, into the mic. But like I mean, it's stupid because I know better. Just like the breathing thing, I know better than that, but here I am. I don't know why, but the song Superman, the ska song, just came into my head for no reason. I don't even know why. You know the one? Here I am, holding on to what I am. Yeah, that one. I'm not gonna sing any more of that because I'm pretty sure that's already too much. We'll see when I upload this VOD onto YouTube, but yeah, it's that song. If you know what I'm talking about. If anyone knows what I'm talking about. Knowing I'm a Superman. You get 5 seconds? Ah, right. Ska is my era growing up. I've only gotten into ska like hardcore recently, and by hardcore I mean I'll put like a playlist on Spotify when I'm driving. I don't really listen to a ton of music, but like in my free time. But like I grew up hearing ska a lot because for one reason and one reason only: Tony Hawk video games, baby. It was ska music, boomer rock. And what's it called? And like 2000s era rock, like, you know, like Linkin Park and Green Day and you know, stuff like that. That was what I grew up listening to a lot of. My Chemical Romance. I don't think My Chemical Romance counts as rock, but I think you get what I'm saying. Like that era of music. You know, the kind of shit you would hear in AMVs as a kid on YouTube. That's the kind of stuff I grew up listening to a lot. But yeah, when I had an older cousin who owned a PS2 and like a ton of the Tony Hawk games, and every time I went over to his house to visit, we would always play the Tony Hawk games. And then, you know, the Tony Hawk games had a lot of great music on them on the radio in that game. So I just hear lots of like 2000s era music, a lot of ska, and like a lot of like just in general like a lot of skater music. Is it fair to say that ska music is like Sonic the Hedgehog music? Like I feel like when I think of ska music, I think of Sonic the Hedgehog. Like it's the same kind of vibe. the best analogy before. It's the music that goes on your head when you microwave pizza rolls for the first time. It's true. It's true. Oh my god. Ska is like... Okay, wait. Burke, do you know anything about... Digimon? You know the theme song? Okay. Well, so the Digimon movie that was released in the West, it was actually a compilation of the first three Japanese Digimon movies, and then they in North America they just spliced 3 movies together into a Frankenstein's monster of a film and like dubbed it, and that the Digimon get guns sometimes. It's true, dude. That's why. Yeah, no, it's crazy. It's like literally 3 different movies spliced into one. Like 3 short movies, mind you. Like I think all the movies are only like 40 to like an hour, 40 minutes to an hour long, but still. But they got rid of like all of they dubbed it, so they got rid of all of the like, they changed all the voices obviously, but they also changed the soundtrack and used their own soundtrack along with music from the anime show series. And I bring this up when talking about ska because the Digimon, what's it called? I don't know, I lost it. The Digimon soundtrack, Digimon the movie soundtrack is one of the most wilding things I've ever heard. Like, they straight up play like some weird ass music in that movie. Like that one song, the "It's Been 1 Week," they play that during the movie. Just like this in the middle of the Digimon movie. I'm just sitting there as like a 5-year-old or like a 6-year-old, and I hear "It's Been 1 Week." It's like, what the hell is going on in my Digimon movie? Hang on, I gotta look this. I gotta look this up. Hang on, I gotta look up the list of songs that's on the soundtrack. Like, it's absolutely crazy, the shit that they put on the American soundtrack. Give me just 1 second. Digimon, the movie soundtrack. Okay, here. According to IMDb. Okay, songs on the Digimon soundtrack. The Digi-Rap, which is a meme in and of itself. The Rockefeller Skank by Fatboy Slim, the Digimon theme song. Going Digital. 1 Week performed by the Bare Naked Ladies. Here We Go by Jason Gochin. All My Best Friends Are Metalheads. Let's Kick It Up. The Impression That I Get, Change into Power, Strange. Hey Digimon, Run Around. Freaking All-Star performed by Smash Mouth. All-Star, the meme song, was in the official Digimon soundtrack. The official Digimon the movie soundtrack. I went and saw the Digimon movie in theaters, and I heard the Shrek song. The plot of this movie is literally that they're trying to prevent an evil Digimon from getting nuclear launch codes and like blowing up the planet, and they decide to play Smash Mouth over it. Oh, and also Kids in America. You know, We're the Kids in America, that song? That was also in the movie. This is the most ridiculous soundtrack. It's perfect. The soundtrack is more memorable than the movie itself. The English version, anyway. You can fight terrorism with Smash Mouth. Finally. That's what I think of that's one of the first things I think of when I think about ska, is the fact that one of the movies I watched over and over again as a child, for some reason, featured a very famous ska song in it in the soundtrack. Oh my god. Just Fatboy Slim and the Bare Naked Ladies having songs on the official Digimon soundtrack. It's wild, bro. Absolutely wild. Like, you could say what you want about 4Kids, but, like, 4Kids, like, tended to, at least for, like, Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh's dubs, made generally really good music, really memorable music, and music that was fitting. Meanwhile, I can't say the same for the Digimon soundtrack. Kills me. Gonna hop off soon yourself? Gonna be playing Bloodborne? Understandable. I'm probably gonna end the stream after this fight anyway. I've been going for like almost 2.5 hours. And I'm kind of getting tired of grinding. So I think next time, the next stream that on Friday, assuming nothing comes up, for the stream that'll be this Friday, I'm gonna be streaming more of this, and I'll just start it with the fight that I lost this time. The rematch. Chilling Wind. Arcane Bolt. Come on, take him out with the bleed! No. They really said, alright, we know you're winning this fight, but we're gonna make you wait even longer to win it. The absolute BM on the game's part. Alright, we got him, ladies and gentlemen. Nice. Mission successful. We didn't grind. Ironically, despite all the grinding we did, we didn't even like gain more than like a level per monster, I don't think. But, you know, like, I feel like we did a decent amount of grinding. So, oh, I should probably use that skill point now before I forget. Oh, right, I'm doing this. I'll give you more mana. Why didn't I unlock this level? God, that's so dumb. Okay. So next time, we will attempt to fight the boss. We will attempt to fight our friend once again. Hopefully we'll win this time, and then we'll go on into the tower where we will fight the final boss, I'm assuming, of the game. We're getting close. Getting close to the end of the base game. But yeah, for everyone who's still here in chat right now watching, or for anybody watching this later as a VOD on YouTube, thanks so much for hanging out. I really appreciate it. It's been a lot of fun. I apologize for ranting so much about Death Battle of all things earlier. I just thought it was funny. So yeah, if you aren't already, feel free to follow me here on Twitch or over on YouTube or Twitter. And of course, as always, remember to be good to yourself and others. This has been your boy Titus, signing off for the night. I will be back this Wednesday for Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel. Finally, we'll get the second episode of that out. And I will be back this Friday for more Monster Sanctuary. Nighty-night, Burke. Nighty-night. Alright. That'll be it, guys. Until next time. Bye!